Good morning, guys. Let me fix you. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. We're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Good morning, Miss Thomas. How you doing? Good morning, y'all. My name. Please make sure you share the show. I absolutely cannot do this without you. My tongue got tied right there, and it's okay. I cannot do this without you. So please make sure you share. Take a minute to share the show, please. Although I am my sister's keeper, I'm the Live Past Crazy specialist. I need all the help I can get in order to make this happen. Good morning, Kiba. And for some reason, I have to open it up over here so that I can see I used to see the comments rolling, but I can't, so I have to look at them here. Good morning, and how do you do? So if you're ready to get this day started, remember, if your friends and family don't have Facebook, we do have a YouTube channel where they can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. We are about 400 shows, if not more, strong over on the YouTube channel. So go check it out over there. If they don't do Facebook, Instagram, and they don't do YouTube, we do have a podcast. Wherever podcasts are, this will be a podcast in just a short little while. If they don't do anything electronic, I have 2 books. Fearless Woman Born to Give Thanks, Transition to Freedom. I actually have 5 with 6 coming out. 3 you can find on Amazon, Walmart, Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold. Simply type in my name and you will find the books. The other 2 I'll tell you about later. Excuse me. Yeah, I've been up, so I don't know why I'm yawning. I've been up since 5:30. So good morning. I hope you enjoyed the show yesterday. If you did, please let me know so that I know that I'm not talking to myself. So it was a good show yesterday. We talked about discontent is the seed of change. And if you don't fail, you never try. And that was by Denzel Washington. That was our quote of the day. So today, y'all, let's do some quick housekeeping. Make sure you share the show because I can't do that without you. So I've been doing announcements of good things, exciting things that have happened between April and June. So in April, from April to June, we got to the OWN network. Yay! So I'm excited to be on Oprah Winfrey's network. Period. A to the man. Number 2, I will be hosting a talk show for 20 episodes, and we record the first one today. I'm excited about that. 3, yesterday, if you caught my video, please go back and watch it yesterday afternoon about 5. It was right at 5 o'clock. Where I've always dreamed of owning a bookstore. Well, now we have one. It's called Read Fearlessly. Knowledge is heavy. So Read Fearlessly came to me by Tylette Bennett, who suggested that name. Knowledge is heavy comes from Rosie, so we put those 2 together. But right now it is a virtual bookstore. And so what I will be doing is on Sundays at 2 p.m. starting June 28th, which is the day before my birthday, at 2 p.m. I will be the first opening of Read Fearlessly. Knowledge is heavy online virtual bookstore. And so I will hold up the book. I'll read you the short cover of the inside. If you're interested in the book, let me know and you pay the shipping. That's how we're going to do it for the first couple of weeks, okay? At least the first 3 weeks. Sundays at 2, I'll show you the book. If you like it, send me a message and you pay for shipping. I'll tell you how much shipping costs. So if you want to know more about that, you can text Fearless Reading to 3377. I'm going to try to type that in there. if you want to know more, or you can go to bit.ly/read fearlessly and sign up so you can be on the VIP list to find out more about it. All right, so all of that is out the way. The Sister Rise Retreat is coming up October the 16th through the 18th in Savannah, Georgia. So please make sure that you check that out as well. If you have more information, if you have questions, please send me a message and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. All right, so let's get right into the quote of the day. Y'all, I'm excited. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be an amazing day. Quote of the day comes from my girl, Toni Morrison. You want to fly, you got to give up the thing that weighs you down. If you want to fly, you've got to give up the thing that weighs you down. Some of us are not willing to do that. If you're not willing to give up the thing that weighs you down, my thing, let's just be intentional with our thoughts and our mind and our superpower, which is here, which I say all the time. Let's be intentional about that. Don't wait. Here's what I don't want you to do. In all honesty, and I like to keep things extreme. Y'all know me. We're going to keep it very basic, simple. Don't waste your breath with the I shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Don't waste your breath dreaming about a thing, thinking about a thing. Don't waste your breath doing all of that if you know you're not going to do it. Because yesterday we talked about, was it yesterday? No, what's the day? Wednesday. So Monday we talked about, let me tell you what's not hard. Making a decision is not hard. Living with the ramifications of the decision is hard. So let's take out all the extras. Don't wait. Good morning, Mama. Good morning. Don't waste your breath saying what you shoulda, coulda, woulda done when you knew from the beginning you were not going to. Don't waste your breath doing that. Save yourself some time and some trouble. Honor yourself with your own thoughts. Y'all know me. Honor yourself first before you honor someone else. And don't waste use your breath and your words wisely. Your breath and your words you use every single day, and as you use them, they create things for you. You want salmon patties, you thought it, you said it, you cooked it. And so every breath you take, I want to break out in that song so bad. Every thought that you have is an intention of your entire body lining up to give you what you said you wanted. So I want to encourage you today, don't waste your breath and your time saying things that you don't mean. When I got that point, and I'm now able to articulate it more clearly, when I got to that point of understanding that my breath and my words are essential to my well-being, and whatever I say, it lines up to give me what I want, I stopped wasting my time with words like, I wish I could. I should have done that. I stopped saying trying. I'm trying to do. Trying means I'm not even working towards. Trying means either you are or you're not. One of the two. So I encourage you today, please don't waste your breath on saying things that you know in your heart that you're not going to do. Use your breath and your words intentionally to do what you say you want to do, or to do the things that make you happy. If you say, I respect you more. I respect you more if you can say, no, and y'all, I've learned this the hard way. No, I don't want to do that. I respect that more than you saying, I wish I could, but I just can't because I got, and then you list out you don't have to validate your excuses with me. I don't need that. You have to validate them with yourselves. I just want you to be wise with your words and your breath so that you use all of your energy to say what you mean. I stopped telling my kids, I'll see about it. That was my mom and daddy's favorite word. I'll see, JoJo. Let me see about it. I knew that meant no. You was just trying to make me feel good. I stopped doing that to my kids. I'll see. Mommy, can I go? No. Why not? I'm giving, and it ain't because I said so. I give you a reason. Mommy, can I go? Yes. I already know the decision. Don't waste your breath and your words on things that you know you're not going to do, that are not true. Don't waste them. Your words are precious. Your breath is precious. Every time you breathe in and breathe out, you are changing yourself instantaneously. So don't waste your words, okay? I don't know how we got down on that path, but that is the quote of the day. I think I was really feeling that. You want to fly, you got to give up the thing that's weighing you down. And that is by my girl, Toni Morrison. So are you willing to give that up? And if you still think you need to validate your excuses, that's okay. You don't have to validate them with me. You need to validate them with yourself. And if you can validate your excuses with yourself and you feel okay, by all means, continue on your journey. I'm just here to ask questions or to put questions in front of you to make you go, to make you think differently, to provide you a safe place to say this is what it is. And this is, because we're going to keep it very simple. Either you're going to poop or you're going to get off the pot. Either you're going to make a decision or you're not. And so we keep it real simple. But did you try though? And did you die though? If none of those two happened and you're on this side of the living, then you still have every opportunity for that thing to happen. Period. Don't add anything extra to that. Don't add any extra words. Don't add any extra but JoJo's. No, just period. It is. That's what it is. So on this wonderful day, let's get to the thought of the day. The fearless thought of the day is the gift of listening. The fearless thought of the day is the gift of listening. And I want you to gift yourself with this today. I want you to gift yourself with the power of listening. Remember we talked about last week you're an engineer in Engineering 101 and that you have all the tools in your hand. And E says 1, 2, 3. And number 1 was to go to a happy place that makes you excited and don't take anybody there and no negative thoughts and words are allowed. So at this happy place in Engineering 101, whether you go there mentally, physically, I want you to gift yourself with the gift of listening. Well, JoJo, who are you listening? Who am I listening to? I'm glad you asked that question. You're listening to yourself. I want you to gift yourself with the power of listening to yourself and what yourself is screaming out for you to change, see, and or hear. And or believe. I want you to give yourself the power of listening because in the power of listening is where you're going to find the things that you believe or you do not believe. And what does belief really mean? It means honoring. It means you learning how to honor your own inherited divine divinity in you. Because there's God in all of us, right? And then when we take time to listen, right? We're going to gift ourselves with listening. We take time to learn to honor our own divinity in us because God is within us. And if, when we take the time to honor and listen to that, then we can look at our belief system. Because sometimes our belief system, it don't really line up with what we say. You can say, I believe that all men are created equal. You can say that, but your belief system says something else. Is your belief system lining up with what you say? You can say, sister, I trust you, but your actions say, no, I can't say that I do. You can say, oh, I love you, but your belief system says something else. So on this wonderful day, I want you to think about why your belief system does not line up with who you say you are at your core. And in order to get there, I want you to gift yourself with listening. I want you to gift yourself with listening. I want you to be quiet and hear what is not lining up. Again, we want to make everything big so we don't have to deal with the smallness of us. We want it to be everybody else's issue and problem while we're not doing the thing. Because if I can keep it there, then I don't have to listen to me. Tell me, JoJo, this is not right. This is not the way to go. This is not going to work. Because this is what I've learned the hard way. Try as you might to make something work or be beautiful when it was not that. When your belief system doesn't line up with it, It doesn't matter how hard you try. You can force it. And remember that quote, either you're gonna live with that inside pain and struggle with it on the outside, or you're gonna deal with that inside pain and be free from it on the outside. And so because we're not ready to align our belief system that we really have, not the one that we say, we're not ready to align that with the divinity in us, the divine that leads and guides us, because we don't want to hear what it is that we really need to do or how we need to change or reroute ourselves, because we're not that. We rather deal with the inner struggle of the thing, the inner pain, and live with the outer struggle. So I want you to gift yourself with the power of listening today. And in the power of listening and in the gift of listening, I want you to understand. This is what I want you to take your paper. Now you can take paper and pencil for this exercise. I want you to believe that you absolutely deserve whatever that new belief is. Belief that you say, okay, now this feels right to me. I want you to believe that you deserve it. That is an attitude process first. Period. Now, in that believing that you deserve the thing, it's an attitude process which begins with, have you been conditioned to think that you don't deserve it? Have you been conditioned to think you don't deserve it? So because you don't think you deserve it, you don't take time to honor yourself. You don't take time to listen. And so your belief systems and what you say are totally different. They're not really aligning up because you're not recognizing the divinity in you, the divine in you. Because no matter the religion, no matter who you serve, God, the universe, whatever you call it, they all require that you acknowledge that there is the divine force that has sent you here, that is guiding you, that only wants the best for you. Period. And some of us don't believe that we deserve that. And you may not believe you deserve it because you've been conditioned to think you don't deserve a thing. Come back to the quote of the day. You want to fly, but are you ready to let go of the things that weigh you down? Your words and your breath need to have purpose when they leave your face. I like that. Your words and your breath need to have purpose when they leave your face. That's good. Because is that not true? Because if it's not true, then you can just, if it's not true, then look at what is before you now and to see that it's true. If it's not true, then you could say, I want $1 million, and then $1 million would not be there. $1 million would be there. You said you wanted a thing and you made it so. They have to have a purpose. And if they do not have a purpose, it will not grow. It will not come. Y'all, your words and your breath are, how do I want to say this? They are the center part of who you are. They make up who you are. And they are the defining moment of you deciding that you believe a thing or you don't believe a thing. It is the deciding factor with, are you conditioned to think you deserve it, or are you conditioned to think that you don't? Now, how did you get to that space where you think that you don't deserve something? It is because someone else used their words to tell you that you don't deserve that. So let's do JoJo. All right, confessions and conversations for JoJo. I believe that I was conditioned to believe that I didn't deserve anybody to love me. How did I get there? I was married to an abusive man who said every day, you're fat, you're ugly, never going to be nothing, never going to be anybody. Your mama don't love you, your daddy don't love you. You better be glad I love you. I was conditioned to think that. And because I was not listening to me and I was not aligned to this here, I accepted this here. But once I began to understand the breadth of and the life of my words and my breath, that they have to have purpose when they leave my face, I stopped repeating what he said to me, and I started repeating something else that superseded his. Because the natural progression of you is to be great. The natural progression of man is to be great. I want you to understand the power of your breath and your words. Period. Or have you been conditioned to think that you can't do this? Have you been conditioned to think you can't own a business? It's hard, JoJo. Y'all, it's hard. JoJo, you don't know what you're doing. JoJo, do you really want to open up a bookstore? Now, you know people crazy, you know. Have you been conditioned to think you don't deserve a thing? And people who may have conditioned you to think you don't deserve it, they may have done it all in love, because they were conditioned to think they didn't deserve it. And since it served them, they assume it's going to serve you. But I'm here to tell you, in your gift of listening, if you gift yourself that today, that just for today, in this moment of time, in this space, in this period, that you have an opportunity to do something different. Listen to yourself. Listen to the divine that is in you. Honor yourself with that. You're going to honor your belief system. Look at it first, and does it serve you? And when your belief system and your thoughts and your words, which leave your mouth, have to have a purpose. I know, and this is one of my pet peeves. And I'll tell you why it's my pet peeve, and I'll tell you what. So my pet peeve is when people say, this is just how I am. I don't even know what to tell you. This is how I am. And they let words, they are not responsible for the words that fall out their mouth. They just open up and stupid fall out. Or they open up their mouth and words fall out, and the true meaning of the words are lost. You can be who you are, and you can say, that's just who I am. But I want you to respect the words that come out of your mouth and who they are going to. And if someone can say, that's just who I am, I'm just going to give it to you straight. But they do it in such a way. And my point is, and this is my personal belief, is that they haven't found anyone that they honor enough to be mindful of their language. They haven't found anyone who they honor enough for them to be careful with the words that are coming out their mouth, so that they understand that you are listening to them, and what they're giving you is life and death. They haven't found anybody that they honor enough, to respect enough for them to check themselves, to be mindful of the words that are coming out of their face. That's my belief system. That's what I think. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally right. It is my belief. Good morning, Miss Branch. How you doing? But on this wonderful day, your words and your breath need to have purpose when they leave your face. You have to look at your belief system. So today I want you to gift yourself with the gift of listening to yourself, listening to the divine in you that says this is so, not what you've been conditioned to think. You've been conditioned to think that all relationships are horrible. You've been conditioned to think that all men are bad. You've been conditioned to think that all women are bad, that all women are gold diggers. You've been conditioned to think a certain way, but is it how you think? And you haven't paused to think about that yet, because you've been too busy listening to other people. So today I want you to gift yourself with listening. 10, 15 minutes, no radio, no TV, no cell phone. Just listen. Yourself has a lot to say. JoJo inside of me has a lot to say. And I could not hear her when I was listening to everybody else. What does belief really mean? It means learning to honor your own inherited divine that lives in you. God, absolutely, whatever you subscribe to, God, whatever religion, it lives inside of you as a breathing and moving thing that helps create your character and your structure and your belief system. But at some point along the way, you allowed what other people said to change and condition your thinking and your belief system to something that is not aligned to who you truly are. And so what you're doing right now is you're like this because you're not sure which way you want to go, because mama's belief system said this, and daddy's belief system, and my cousins and my sisters and my friends and my job and my religion, and all of them say this, and honey, you twisted like a little pretzel. And so you got to gift yourself with the power of listening, because we're engineers 101, go to your happy place and be quiet and listen so that you can figure out and then begin to align yourself. Your words and your breath have to have purpose. And you have got to look at what you've been conditioned to think. And is that going to continue to be your belief system? And here's the thing. When you listen to yourself and you begin to line up with the divine in you, however you see that, one attitude change you're going to have is that you believe that you deserve for this thing to happen. You believe that this change is absolutely my birthright. It is mine for the taking. It was given to me. Yes, thank you. I receive it. You have to believe you deserve that. If it's some place you believe that you don't deserve that, then it's going to be easier for what you were conditioned to believe to seep back in. That's why I encourage you to have that quiet time, because the first step to live past crazy number 1 is to be quiet. To have that 15 minutes of time and gift yourself with the power of listening to what you have to say and not everybody else's versions, and taking into account everybody else's words and thought process. At the end of the day, boo, at the end of the day, no matter the religion, no matter how this is going to end out, it is you and you alone that's got to stand on your words and your breath, because they give you your purpose, not anybody else's. Not JoJo's, not Mama's, not anybody. It's you. JoJo, what comes out of her mouth has to be my purpose. I have to give it a direction for it to go. If words are falling out of your mouth and they have no direction and they have no place to go, they fall flat in front of you and they never leave the front of your mouth. That's why I tell you, I don't want you to waste your words. Don't waste your time with me telling me I wish I could, I should, I thought about it. You don't have to validate anything with me. Just simply say, I don't want to. I'm going to say, okay. That's what I'm going to say. Jojo, you want to participate? No, thank you. I don't want to participate in that today. I appreciate you thinking of me, but no, thank you. Understand the power of your words. If they have no direction, if your breath has nowhere to go, and your words have no purpose to them, they are going to fall in front of you. And you may find yourself tripping over your own words. I like that. If your words have no direction to them and they fall flat in front of you, you will find yourself tripping over your own words. Your mom ever tell you, Judge, you can't even get out your own way sometimes? You ever heard that? Ta-da, there it is. That's it. Give your words purpose. Don't waste your breath today. First, let's give ourselves the gift of listening. And then as we begin to listen and understand what it is that we want to say, let's honor our breath and our words so that when they come out of our mouth, they have a direction to go. Okay, I'm going to say this and I want you to go left. And whatever religion you believe in, it tells you that. Every religion tells you that. I don't care if you're meditating. I don't care if you're chanting. I don't care if it's the crystals. I don't care what it is. All of them tell you to be mindful of the words that are coming out of your mouth, what you think and what you say. So a man thinketh, so is he. Because once you think it, it is intentionally set into the universe and your mind sets to make it happen. So you already thought the negative thought. Your mouth is just providing you what you've already thought up here. You've got to believe that you absolutely deserve it first. It is going to take an attitude change. And you're going to need a safe place for that attitude change. And that safe place is go find you your quiet place. Whether it's in the car before you go in the house. Whether it's you sitting on the front porch by yourself, because can't nobody go there with you. It ain't kid friendly. No, it ain't husband-wife friendly. No, this is your time. And in that time, I want you to give yourself the power of listening and be mindful of the next time you open up your mouth, which way your words are going to go. If you missed the show yesterday, I talked about how I said I wanted a bookstore. And as soon as I said it, a lady called me and said, I'm selling my bookstore. She wanted me to come meet her to talk about buying her already established bookstore. She was giving me books and all. And JoJo didn't call her. You want to know why? I was scared and I was afraid because now I was going to have to do what I said that I wanted. And that was difficult for me because now my words and my action were going to have to line up. But then I understood the power of now. We talked about that, the power of now. When we don't make a decision now, we are relieving ourselves of any responsibility of changing. When you understand the power of now, you make a decision now. You are now taking away the opportunity for you to say no to you. So when I was, again, I kept saying I wanted a bookstore. And this time when I said it had an intention, I want a bookstore by the end of this year. Because before it's like I want a bookstore. I gave it no direction. I gave it nothing to follow up on. I want a bookstore by the end of this year. Your mind will always try to solve whatever problem you give it. JoJo, go solve the problem of you needing a bookstore. Go figure that out. My brain, without me, went and found the answer. A girl called and said, hey, I have a whole house full of books. You can have them all. I have over 560 books in my living room. There is nowhere to sit in my living room. There is one chair. They are in the floor. And then she even gifted me a bookcase. That didn't hold none of them. I had to go buy another bookcase. It holds just a little bit of them. And then the power of now. Okay, well, JoJo, what you going to do with all these books? Well, and here's how you can get caught up, right? Because if your words have no direction and then you've been conditioned to think that you don't deserve something and your belief system is not lining up with the divine in you. Well, I don't know. So here I was listening to other people. Where you need to have a place and you need to. The power of now said, take away any opportunity, JoJo, of you to say no to yourself. You have these books, yes. Weren't they for your bookstore? Absolutely. So what's stopping you from the bookstore today? Nothing. Okay. Can you name a bookstore? On Sunday or Friday, I asked for a name of the bookstore. Somebody sent it to me Friday night. Rosie had already gifted me the second half of the name of the bookstore the day before. Ta-da, there it was. The gift of listening to the divine in you, it will always guide you, but you have got to respect and honor that it is speaking. And you got to respect and honor that the words that fall out of your face have got to have some direction in which way to go. So now we have a virtual bookstore. Will I eventually have a real book, building? Absolutely. Until such time, the power of now, let me take all the opportunities of JoJo saying no to herself. We have a bookstore. Sunday, June 28th at 2 p.m. Make sure you sign up for that. I posted the link so that you can be on my VIP list because it will be a private Facebook group. Please understand that your words and your breath, they have purpose. They absolutely have purpose. And if you do not respect the purpose that is your words, the purpose of what you're to say, if you don't respect that, then let's go back to last week where the inner struggle, the inner pain that you feel, you will begin to struggle with it on the outside until you deal with that inner pain. And that inner pain is simply your belief system lining up with who you say you really are. Because sometimes the words that fall in your mouth don't even line. There's been things, I've said crazy stuff, knowing they didn't align up with my belief system. But I was just saying it because everybody else was saying it. And I wanted to be with everybody else. So on this wonderful day, I want you to give yourself the gift of listening. That's what I want you to do today. Okay? Give yourself the gift of listening. Absolutely. The fearless quote of the day. You want to fly, but you got to give up the things that weigh you down. And that is by Toni Morrison, my favorite quote. And the thing, my friend, my sister, my brother, whoever, if this is your first time joining the Fearless Morning Show, welcome. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? This is your first time, just for the day, just for this minute. I dare you to gift yourself the power of listening. Listen to what you really have to say. Listen to your words that come out of your mouth. Give them purpose and direction. Period. Be mindful of who you're giving them to. Be mindful of how you also receiving them from yourself and from other people. And I want you to look at your belief system. Do you believe that you deserve to do this thing? Do you believe that you deserve? And all it takes, 90% of your brain, because I've been there, when 90% of my brain was in chaos. And I had the other two that said, Jojo, just for 1 second. That's how I could stand in the shower and say, I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. Jojo, you're not crazy. I know that's how I can stand in the shower. I just needed 2% of my brain to believe something different than what the 98% understood. And the more I held on to that thought, the more it multiplied and the more it grew. The power of now, the power of you making a decision now. The decision is not hard, my friend. It is the ramifications of the things that come after the decision. The power of now, make the decision now. Have the thought process now. Know that you deserve it now. Don't be conditioned to think that you don't deserve it. And if you have been conditioned to think you don't deserve a thing, give yourself the gift of listening and be quiet. And listen to the divine, whomever or whatever religion you subscribe to, God, the universe, whomever, whatever religion, they all require that you pay attention to the words that come out of your mouth. They all do. They all require that you pay attention to the thoughts that you have, and your thoughts are your superpower. Your mind is your superpower. So on this wonderful day, I want you to absolutely know that you deserve it, and it is going to take an attitude change. And here's how I change. A belief system is simply a series of thoughts that you have over and over and over again. Right? So if you want to believe something different than what you're believing now, I need you to continue to have that series of thoughts over and over and over again. I deserve this. This is true. I deserve this. This is true. And it is going to replace your belief system, because your belief system is simply a series of thoughts that you had over and over and over again. That's how we can be 4 generations in, cleaning the house the same way, cooking the same way. The mind is a powerful thing. So please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel where they can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Y'all, don't forget, I have the Sister Rise retreat coming up. So October 16th through the 18th. I invite you to join me for that. Please make sure you do not. It is not a retreat for the faint at heart. Okay? We're going to be doing some things for real, for real. So make sure you join me for that. I got a bookstore, y'all. I'm so excited. And so the name of the bookstore is Read Fearlessly. Knowledge is Heavy Lifting. So I invite you to join me with that as well, starting June 28th, which is the day before my birthday, okay? That's the link where you can sign up, or you can text Fearlessly Reading. I'm trying to talk and type at the same time. Either one, you can text, or you can go to that website and sign up, because it will be a private Facebook group. And all for the next 3 weeks, all I'm asking is that you pay for shipping of your book, because this, for me, this is my dream come true. This is me listening, gifting myself with the power of listening, and me gifting myself with the power of now, so that I removed all opportunities of JoJo saying no to JoJo. I'm mindful of the words that are falling out of my face. And if you don't give them any direction, they will fall flat in front of you, and you will trip over yourself. and you will trip over yourself because this is what will happen. I can't believe this happened again. Your words had no direction. I can't believe I'm dating the same man again. Your words had no direction. You didn't understand the power of your words and the power of your breath to give it the direction to go and do what you said you wanted it to do. So you trip over yourself. You do the same thing over and over. You find yourself in the same situation, not fully understanding how you got there. But did your words and your breath have direction? Did they, when they fall out your face, do they have somewhere to go? Or do they fall flat in front of you? Today, I want you to honor yourself, not only with the gift of listening, but honor yourself, right? With knowing where your words are going to go. Giving them some direction today. I want you to honor yourself in saying what you truly mean. Don't validate your excuses with anybody else. If you don't want to do something, say, I don't want to do it. And let your words mean what they mean. Y'all know that saying, I'm a man of my word? I think we've lost that somewhere along the way. So on this wonderful day, say what you mean what you say. Don't waste your breath and your words saying things that you know you're never going to do. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. It doesn't matter to anyone but you. All that matters, did you or did you not? Will you or will you not? Are you or you're not going to? The power of now. Make the decision now so you remove all opportunities of you saying no to yourself. So I hope this has helped someone today, guys. If it has, please let me know. I cannot do this by myself. Please make sure you share the show. If you share the show, please tag me in it so I can say thank you, because a lot of people share the show and I have no idea that you do. But I appreciate you. I thank you so much for joining me on the Fearless Morning Show. It is my hope, my purpose. It is my desire. It is what I was sent here for, to be my sister's keeper, to be my brother's keeper, so that I can share with you some steps that help me live past crazy so that you don't have to. I don't want you to follow in my footsteps. I want you to have the knowledge. And I want it to be applied knowledge. I don't want to inspire you. I don't want to motivate you. I don't want you to feel good. I want you to be committed to the thing that you say that you want. I want you to be committed to that change. I want you to be committed to the power now. I want you to be committed with gifting yourself the power of listening. I want you to be committed to give your words and your breath direction today. That's what I want. If you feel good and you're inspired in the moment, I appreciate all of that. That's great. But I want you to be committed. Honor yourself with yourself. That's what I want you to do. Change your attitude today and know that you absolutely do deserve it, period. Peaceful, period. There's nothing after that. Not a thing. There's no question. There's not another dot. There's no to be continued. No. You deserve it. Absolutely. So I hope this has helped someone. And please let me know if it has, so I know that I'm not talking to myself. And I greatly appreciate you hanging out with me this morning. Please make sure you share the show. Remember, if your friends and family don't have Facebook, we do have a YouTube channel. You can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. If they don't do Facebook or YouTube, we do have a podcast. Wherever podcasts are found, it's called the Fearless Morning Show, the Live Past Crazy Show. If they don't do any digital, we have 5 books, 3 of them on Amazon. If you go to Amazon and type in JoJo Waddell, if that's all you remember my name, or if all you remember is Jan Mitra, type that in. I promise I'm going to show up. Fearless Woman, Born to Give Thanks, and Transition of Freedom are my first 2 books. Number 6 book shall be coming out at the end of the year. I'm working on that. So please make sure you join me. I'm going to have another. So I've been doing announcements since Sunday. I'm going to have another one today. I'm working on it. So make sure you stay tuned. And make sure you sign up for the Read Fearlessly online bookstore so that you can join me Sunday at 2 p.m. I thought about calling it a Cup of Joe. Because I'm JoJo, a Cup of Joe. I thought that was so cute and funny. But my kids, she didn't think that was cute or funny. But I like it. So we may do a morning edition, a Cup of Joe with Joe. Let me know if y'all like that. I think that's kind of cute, a Cup of Joe with Joe. And so what I would do with the book, and if you got to sign up, y'all, so that you can get in the Facebook group. And once you sign up on Sunday, June 28th, the day before my birthday, I'll be 45, I will read you the cover of the book. I'm going to put them in sections. So we have murder mystery, we have suspense. I don't have that many romance, but I have some history. Again, I have over 560 books. So I'm in the process of logging them, sorting them, and putting them out. The power of now. Don't give yourself the opportunity to say no to you. And that's exactly what I did, what I've done over the past couple of months. I've removed JoJo out of the way so that JoJo can do what she needs to do. So I hope you have an amazing day. Please make sure. Good morning, Marcy. How are you? Marcy was my favorite roommate in college. I love you, Kiva, if you still on. But me and Marcy talked way more than me and you did. And I love a cup of Joe too. A cup of Joe with Joe. Isn't that cute? I need that on a cup. Somebody, please, and thank you. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. Please make sure you share it, because sharing is caring. I cannot do this by myself. We are 3 years strong on the Fearless Morning Show, y'all. And I'm excited and I'm humbled to be here today. Make sure your words and your breath have direction. Give them somewhere to go. Give them somewhere to land. Know that you absolutely deserve it, okay? If you've been conditioned to think that you don't, you need an attitude change to know that you are. And gift yourself with the power of listening to you today, okay? That's what I want from you today. I hope you have an amazing day. Please be peaceful, period, because there's absolutely nothing after that. Share the bookstore with all your friends and family, y'all. Y'all know I'm a straight nerd because I'm trying to figure out how many books I'm going to read first before I sell them. Yes, Marcy, we could absolutely talk. I tell my girls actually, and I'm getting off, y'all. I told the girls the Marcy story. Marcy was my roommate in college, and she was just, me and Marcy just bonded. Anyway, we took a trip after my mama told me, JoJo, do not go on this trip. Me and Marcy took a trip to see her grandparents and to watch the girls play in college. And Marcy, I don't know if you remember this. There was a gospel song on, and it kept saying, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And Marcy would tap the gas to the beat of the gospel song. I said, Marcy, what are you doing? She's like, I just love this song. So I had her listen to gospel music, and she had me listen to Simon and Garfunkel, and became my love of listening to their music. Thank you, Marcy. And if anybody wants to donate books, let me know. This lady gifted me her entire house. She really did. And in each case of books, I know there was 60 to 70 books. Sometimes, like, it took 2 people to lift the books. So I'm forever grateful. If you would like to gift books, please let me know. I do have a nonprofit, so you can gift it to the nonprofit and write it off if you like. So just let me know, and I will provide you the address to ship it. All right, guys, have an amazing day. I will see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Hope you have a good one.